Engineer Gashaija, Engineer Semukozi, and so on and so forth. So sometimes abbreviations are of single words, at times of a number, at times means sometimes, as I've said, at times of a number of words in a group. A number of words in a group. You're going to see examples of abbreviations as well as examples of acronyms. So sometimes they are words that have been abbreviated, single words, one word. Sometimes of a number of words. A number of words means several words, many words written in a group. However means but, despite the fact that it is like this, in spite of the fact that it is like this, although it is like this, however, acronyms are words that are formed, words which are made from initial letters. Initial letters means the first letters. However, acronyms are not abbreviations, but are words that are formed, that are made from beginning letters, initial letters of different words, usually, which means often, usually pronounced as a word. Like who, like you know, as I said, like you said, United States aid, UNIDO, UNICEF, UNESCO, FA, NFA, and so on and so forth. So many are acronyms. They sound like words, and yet they are not. Letters are put together so that they make something sound like a word, as if it's one word in English or some other language. So they are pronounced, they sound as one word. So those are acronyms. So as you see, abbreviations and acronyms are brother and sister. They are shortened forms. But with abbreviations, they deal with one word or a group of words which together can form a shortened form. But they don't have to sound like a word. Those are abbreviations. Like HIV. There's no word that sounds HIV. No. But AIDS sounds like a word. AIDS. So that one is an acronym. WHO. 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 FAO. The Food and Agriculture Organization. WHO. The World Health Organization. UNICEF. United Nations Educational, Cultural, Scientific Organization, UNESCO, Scientific and Cultural Organization, and so on and so forth. NB, nota bene, note well. 1, the commonest punctuation mark as used in abbreviations is the full stop or dot. The full stop or dot, and this is the full stop or dot. Many times it is used to indicate, it is used to show that some letters or a letter is missing. Some letters are missing or a letter is missing. That is the dot. It is the most common. You not see commas in between letters or among letters. No. It will be the dots or full stops. 2, an acronym does not require or need. Does not require. An acronym does not require. It does not need. Does it require or need? Does it need? No, it does not require. It doesn't. It does not require. It is not a requirement that you use dots there. So an acronym does not require or need full stops or dots between. Between means 2 letters now. Like if you have had a word called, maybe a word, maybe it was PE. If you wanted to read it as pay, I don't know, but PE it has dots, but it is an abbreviation because it doesn't sound like a word. Okay, so full stops or dots between or among the used letters. If the letters are 2, then that means there must be a dot between those 2, 1, 2, between. But if there are more than 2, then we say among. So we do not use, normally we don't use dots among letters in an acronym. Why? It sounds like a word. Okay, examples of abbreviations. Yes, I like examples because they help us to see how to do things. Examples of abbreviations. RD for road. capital RD for road. I don't want you to think, children, that if you write road and you say, I am going to the road, then you write, I'm going to the RD. It doesn't work out like that. But this works as a name of a certain road. It is a proper noun, a place, a name of a place. Kampala Road, Kampala RD Road, Jinja RD Road, and so on and so forth. Street, still, this is the name of a street. William Street, William ST. The same abbreviation works out when you want to talk about a saint. St. Andrews, St. Andrew, St. Peter, St. Peter's School, ST. But now here that we are talking about examples of abbreviations that deal with, that are concerned with, that are connected to animals, then you can talk about a street. Like in Kampala, somewhere around Kampala, around Buganda Road, I saw a small animal clinic. Okay, a small animal clinic. And I looked and watched a place where small animals are taken. It is on a certain street. Okay, a certain street as you go to Buganda Road Primary School. Now, then there is a signpost, a small animal clinic, a clinic for small animals. That means that cats can be taken there to meet the veterinarian or veterinary surgeon. The cats, maybe even dogs. I did not see pigs taken there because I saw some small animals. But even a pig is not a very big animal anyway. But I do not expect farmers who have dairy cows to carry their cows and take them to that small animal clinic. It is a clinic for small animals, maybe small dogs like puppies, maybe rabbits, and so on. So a small animal clinic. So you could say that that small animal clinic is on Baruli Street. Let me also imagine I have a street that is named after my name. Baruli Street. And then you write Baruli Street. Then you have to write it like this. Baruli Street. Let me imagine there's a street which is named after my name. Baruli Street. ST. Yes. Then Kampala Road. Kampala Road. Not road as you mention any road. Yes, not to the road. And then you write RD, no. It must be a name of a certain road. Officially known, this is Jinja Road, this is Kampala Road, this is Kamuli Road, Namwenda Road, and so on and so forth. Government, G-O-V-T, government. Sometimes some people put dots here at the end, but what do they mean? Do they mean that there are some letters which have been made silent? After road, is there any word or any letter? I doubt. After T for government, is there any other letter? I doubt. So sometimes you don't put the dot there, and it makes its own sense. Then WSPA capitals, W.S.P.A. This is an abbreviation. Is an abbreviation which is made up of a number of words. While government is made up of only one word, and while street is made up of only one word, street, while road, RD, is made up of only one word, this WSPA is made up of 1, 2, 3, 4 main words, and then the rest are prepositions, the rest are articles, the rest are prepositions. So these prepositions most of the time are not shown in the abbreviation. That's why we say World Society for the Protection of Animals. World Society for the, we don't write FT, protection, then O, animals. No, we write WSPA. The most important words, World Society for the Protection of Animals. So WSPA. WSPA, World Society for the Protection of Animals. So this one is an example of an abbreviation that we have seen first, which is made up of a number of words. 1, 2, 3, 4 words. But of course, there are other words which are in between there among the rest of the words, but they are not reflected. They are not shown. They are not indicated here. Then WCU, capitals, Wildlife Clubs of Uganda. Now, of is not shown here. Just like for is not shown in the abbreviation in WSPA, even of is not shown. Even now, of, which is a preposition, is not shown there. Wildlife Clubs of Uganda. Wildlife Clubs of Uganda. There is no O here, so that you write WCOU. No. It is WCU with dots. Wildlife Clubs of Uganda. So this is another abbreviation which is made up of more than one word. Yes, let's go to the next page. And we see, we check, and we look. I'd like you in your good time, in your free time, don't rush, but in your free time, I'd like you to make sure that you read through all this work so that it becomes a part of you. Then you should be able to know the full form of WSPA, the full form of RD, the full form of ST, the full form of WCU. And then again, when you're told to write road in its short form, you should remember how to write it. If you're told to write street in its short form, in its shortened form, abbreviated form, you should be able to write it. If you want to write government, then make sure you write it there. As you see, government ends with a T, and in between here there are words. Gov, the rest are made silent. But then after all that, we put a T. Gov, government. I saw someone who put an apostrophe in between V and T, showing us that there are some letters which are missing. But that one is not an official way of doing it. An abbreviation is an officially accepted short form of a word or group of words. Officially accepted form of short form of a word or group of words. And an acronym is an officially accepted short form of a word or words that form the sound of a word, that sound like one word as you read them. Shortened form, but officially. Here, don't think about anything and you make it short. You say, now I must make everything short. Mr. Magurgas Ganjura's name is very long. Then you say, Magurgas Ganjura. Then you say, no. Instead of saying Magurgas Ganjura, Namayoga, I make it short. I say Maguru. Or I write it as Mag. No, you don't have to.